Hello, this is Felipe Mejia answering the questions for the play Intimate Apparel. Um, Question number one: what was surprising for me in this play was when Esther told George that she wasn't able to read or write, that that she had not actually written the letters to him herself. Her honesty in that moment forced George to tell his own secret. Um, that he had paid someone else to write the letters for him. Although Esther was dishonest, she never intended to bring any hurt upon George. She was genuine and did her best not to create an image of herself that was false. Whereas George, on the other hand, he tried to deceive and take advantage of Esther's trust and love. Question number two: three main themes. Number one, social inequalities of race and gender. Esther interacts equally with her closest companions, Mrs. Dixon and Mamie, who are also African Americans. Um, However, when Mrs. Van Buren asked or wanted to become friend with Esther, Esther questioned how this could be possible since she has never been allowed to come in through the front door. Number two, pursuit of the American dream. Several of the characters in the play, including Esther, Mr. Marks, and George, travel to New York City in search of better opportunities and to pursue their dreams, but they they never realize that life in New York has its own struggles. Number three, perseverance. Many of the minority characters in this play experience discrimination and oppression, yet they remain determined to overcome these obstacles. Question number three: I believe the writer highlighted the stereotype that existed during this time, but used strong African American characters like Esther, Mr. Dixon, Mrs. Dixon, and George to resist those negative stereotypes. For example, even though Esther lived in poverty, was unable to read and write, and faced discrimination, she was a strong female character. She worked hard to maintain her image and dignity. Esther was also very successful seamstress who was well respected by her friends and clients. Question number four: yes, stereotypes against African Americans and other racial groups continue to exist today. I believe that ignorance, fear, and lack of respect perpetuate stereotypes, and the only way to overcome them is through education and an open mind. For example, there is a lot of conversation in the media, especially during election time, about Muslims and Latinos. These comments are often offensive and only spread hate and fear. Lastly, I have two questions. Number one, why do you think we never got to read what Esther wrote to George in those letters? And number two, at the end of the play, we are left with the final image of Esther touching her stomach, and uh, and then she was working on a new quilt. Do you think it's possible that she could have been pregnant? Thank you very much.